All right, so now we're ready to mount the retriever and the rest to the riser of your Water Moc Recurve. The first thing I like to do is kind of working on this table here, or a bench type, is grab my Water Moc in my left hand. All right, I shoot it like this here. I'm simply just going to rotate it underneath. I'm going to go to the bottom with it and set it down in front of me. Now what that just did is it laid the two holes that I'm going to mount the mounting bracket to on the front of the riser here. So what you're going to do is you're going to grab your retriever and loosen up this wing nut, and you'll see these parts separate here. All right, right here's your female base mount. That's what you're going to mount onto those holes. Now before I do that though, there's set drilled holes in here, and you can see I've got a large gap behind it and a short gap in front of it. I want that short gap. That's the front of the rest, front of the riser. You can see that lines up pretty evenly with the riser. If I flip-flop it around and match those holes up, you can see how far forward that sits. I don't want the retriever that far forward. So you're going to spin it back around. Short end is flush with the front of the riser. Now behind the retriever there's also a packet of some hardware with some small screws in there and a knock and a spacer in there. What I need out of there are two short Allen head screws. All right, two small ones. Now that I have them lined up with the holes on the riser, I'm simply just going to drop them into place. Now you can go ahead and tighten those down. We're not going to put the retriever on yet. Next we're going to go ahead and put the rest on. All right, so we've got our rest here. You see we've got our bracket and then our roller rest, tidal wave rest on the side here. And you can see there is another tapped hole here. All right, so I'm going to take my bracket side, and where the long slot is where I'm going to put my bolt and washer through there. And I'm going to hand tighten it. And go ahead and grab an Allen wrench and tighten your rest to the riser. You don't want to tighten it down hard. You want to just keep it a little loose so you can still make adjustments here yet, because we don't have the string on yet. So we need to make adjustments when you put the knock onto our string. So you want to keep this loose here. All right, so now the rest is in place. Now we can go ahead and put our retriever on there. But the next thing I'm going to do is the clamp quiver assembly right here. I'm just going to pull it up off of the stem that's on the retriever. All right, so all I have left is the quiver part. I'm going to go ahead, and inside that mounting bracket there was a slab nut. Now you can go ahead and match these two up and tighten it down. You don't want to over tighten it, all right, because we need to put the retriever in there now. Now what you want to do next is you're going to want to pull your line up over top of your stem, and you can just kind of leave it hanging there, but you want to pull it up off of the stem for right now. All right, now we can go ahead. In the bottom side of the quiver there's a groove that lines up with the stem on your 610 Retriever Pro TNT. Simply just going to slide that up inside there, and for now you can just tighten it down. So now with the trigger guard here, what I'll do with that is I'll put it in the second to the bottom triangle cut on there, and then what I'll do is I'll take a zip tie and zip tie it to that, and that gives you plenty of room for your trigger to work properly. That right there is how you mount the Retriever TNT and the tidal wave rest to your Water Moc Recurve.